Like, what's the main difference between the first 40 to the second 40? Because you're 80 years old.
Well, my first 40, you always want you try and do stuff that nobody's doing, or you want to be successful. And in school, my buddy and myself, he was in 8th grade. He got the car, no driver's license, but his mother let him have the car, so he'd pick me up. And my parents kind of wondered, God, a kid's kind of young to be having a car. But I did my work on a farm. I lived on a farm. I got my work done, and we'd go out. And we didn't get in any trouble. I mean, 2 things: you never steal, and you don't lie. That was always instilled in. So, but we'd go out and have some fun.
I just have such a hard time believing you weren't getting in trouble.
Well, we got in trouble, but not serious trouble where, we'd go steal something, or we would do something that would damage. We may damage a few things.
If you ain't stealing and you ain't lying, you ain't getting in trouble. Well, that's what he's listening to.
I mean, we used to do our goal was to have a girlfriend in every town.
Oh, I got a buddy like that.
Yeah, probably you. But anyway, because Frank had the car, and we were always in sports, so he got to know a lot of people, and the girls in our own school really didn't like us that much.
Why?
Well, because everybody going steady, it's bullshit, where you
being in a relationship.
Well, they want to take your Letterman's jacket and hang it in their locker, that kind of shit,
But it's kind of tough when your Letterman's jacket is with the girl in the town over.
Yeah.
They wouldn't do that.
No, you wouldn't do that?
Never. Only a couple times you date them.
Okay.
And so, we'd have a prom, and you'd bring a gal from, I remember, I was telling Fat Grandma, and they were talking about that. And my junior prom, I brought a girl from Litchfield, which was 20 miles. And then homecoming, I brought a gal from Belgrade, which was 30 miles. And then I brought, was a senior, I brought a gal from Buffalo, which is 35 miles. Always had, we never brought the dates.
How were you meeting these chicks back in the day?
We travel around. We played sports.
So you just drive around in the car and
not so. Here,
there's one right there.
There's a girl.
How that could work, because we during the winter, especially when you go to a game, and you'd have the B squad, for example, in basketball they're playing. So you're kind of free. So what you do, you look for the cheerleaders on the other team.
Oh,
and they know that you're playing on, so they talk to you
on the varsity.
Yeah,
you were riding the pine, but
no, we were waiting for the other team to get done.
Oh, I see.
Until we had time, and so and we get to the older girls because they weren't cheering for the B team; they were for the A team, and that's how you can get a lot of them. And it was, and we say, well, where you at? Well, we're going to come to your town, and maybe you could have a Coke or something. Coca-Cola, not Coke, but
of course.
Yeah, or maybe a beer. It depends how old we were. But so that's kind of how you met all these gals. So
did you keep in touch with them over the phone? Because now, if you meet
a girl,
there's Snapchat, stuff like that. But you would have had like a landline. You would have had to call the girl. You got to call the dad.
Oh,
no, none of that.
None of that, because we had a phone. We always had a phone, but in our area, I think maybe 20 people on the phone. And everything outside of that was always long distance. And in those days, my mom would never let me call long distance unless it was really important. I mean, just to me call up for some gal.
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
In different area codes.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So you'd never get to do that. So we drive, whatever we had to do, but only once or twice. That was enough.
Then you call it.
So
that's enough of that person. So
your buddy in 8th grade gets the car, no license, but you and him just hit the road and just start cleaning up on chicks.
We had fun.
So you felt like you had like the upper hand on everyone else?
Well, and my parents, they didn't say much about it, except my buddy, who was in 8th grade. I went in the car when he was a sophomore. He knocks up this chick.
Oh no!
You're a wingman.
Yeah.
So you had to go solo then?
Well, my mom says, maybe what are you doing?
Brakes.
Well, what are you doing? Well, I'm not doing that.
Of course not.
So that kind of made things, But by then I had my driver's license as well in the sophomore.
Hey, look, man, I'm going solo.
Yeah. Yeah, well. So anyway,
did you start getting like quite the rep around the surrounding areas?
Oh, I don't know if I did that. I mean, I knew a lot of people.
Like a guy is standing there and he sees you and your buddy roll up and it's like, yo, where's my chick? Where's my chick?
Or they were probably looking for him. They're going to go
try
to punch his lights out.
No, that sometimes they tried to do that to get out of
Did you get in a lot of fights back then?
Not really.
No?
You
Not
know,
a fighter.
there's a theory. It's easier to make love than war. So, right?
Did
Yeah,
that with all the
absolutely.
chicks down.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Yeah,
so there
true.
you go. So,
Love it.
you know, fighting was my brothers fought, but I not me. But a lot of times when guys are out fighting, their girlfriends are available.